Imagine this, you're young, you're in love, and you think you have forever. That was Anna and Boris. It was 1956 in a small town in Yugoslavia. Anna was 19, a bright-eyed girl with a laugh that could make the sun jealous. Boris was 20, a handsome soldier with a gentle heart. They met at a local dance, and from that moment on, they were inseparable. They'd spend hours just walking by the river, sharing dreams of a future together. A little house, a couple of kids, a life filled with simple joys. They carved their initials into an old oak tree, a promise of forever. But forever, as they would learn, is a fragile thing. The political climate in Yugoslavia was getting tense, a storm brewing on the horizon that they, in their youthful bubble of love, couldn't fully comprehend. Boris, being a soldier, was stationed further and further away. Their letters, filled with longing and promises to see each other soon, became their only connection.
In her last letter, Anna told him she was pregnant.
She was scared but also hopeful, imagining the day he would return and hold their child. Then the storm broke. The war tore Yugoslavia apart. Borders were redrawn with blood and barbed wire. Suddenly, Anna's town was in one newly formed country, and Boris's unit was in another. They were enemies overnight. The mail stopped. The phone lines were cut. The silence was deafening. Boris never received Anna's last letter. He didn't know he was a father. Anna's life became a daily struggle for survival. She gave birth to a beautiful baby girl who had Boris's eyes. But raising a child alone in a war-torn country was a nightmare. There were food shortages, constant fear, and the heartbreak of explaining to her daughter why her father wasn't there. She'd point to the stars and say, "He's up there watching over us," because telling her the truth was too painful. Anna eventually married a kind man who gave her daughter a name and a home, but a piece of her heart remained frozen in 1956. Forever waiting by that old oak tree. Boris's life was no easier. He fought in a war he didn't understand against people who were once his neighbors. He saw things that would haunt his dreams for the rest of his life. When the war finally ended, he tried desperately to find Anna. He went back to their town, but it was ravaged, unrecognizable. He found the old oak tree, their initials now a faint scar on its bark. He was told that Anna's family had been killed in a bombing. With a shattered heart, believing he had lost everything, he eventually moved away, built a new life, and started a family of his own. But the ghost of his first love never truly left him. Fast forward 63 years. Anna is now 82, a grandmother with a gentle smile that hides a lifetime of sorrow. Boris is 83, his hands wrinkled, his hair white. Both of their spouses have passed away. One day, Anna's daughter, now in her 60s, is using a social media site dedicated to reconnecting families separated by the Yugoslav wars. On a whim, she posts an old faded photograph of her mother and a handsome young soldier. She writes, "My mother Anna looking for Boris from 1956. She never forgot you." Miles away, Boris's grandson sees the post. He recognizes the name. He'd heard his grandfather whisper it in his sleep sometimes. He shows the picture to Boris. The old man's hands tremble as he takes the phone. He stares at the image, and for the first time in over 6 decades, tears stream down his face. "It's her," he whispers, "it's my Anna." A week later, at a train station, an old woman with a cane stands waiting, her heart pounding like a drum. An old man with a bouquet of wildflowers, the same kind he used to pick for her, steps off the train. Their eyes meet across the platform. The world around them fades away. They are no longer 82 and 83. They are 19 and 20 again, standing by the river. He walks towards her slowly. "Anna?" he says, his voice thick with emotion. She just nods, unable to speak through her tears. He reaches out and gently touches her cheek. "I thought you were gone," he chokes out. "I never got your last letter," she whispers. And then he sees a woman standing behind Anna, a woman with his eyes. The realization dawns on him. Our daughter?" Anna nods. In that moment, 63 years of pain, war, and separation melted away, replaced by a love that had, against all odds, survived it all. They had lost a lifetime, but they had found each other, and this time they had forever.